I think in the end, we all just want to be seen, heard, wanted, and loved. Yet to what extremes do we continually go to find that? Good evening, Ryan. It's Wednesday. 2.5 years ago, Carly and I had you over for pizza. We watched Bo Burnham's special Inside together. It was my 25th birthday. His special is incredibly thought-provoking. Look, it's not for young audiences, to put it mildly, but most especially all the bits after the intermission. It's one of the most thought-provoking pieces of art about the internet age that I've ever watched. Bo speaks of the flattening of human experience into a constant scrolling through from one feeling to another. One of the early songs, actually, is White Woman's Instagram, where he jumps from funny bits likely seen on, well, a white woman's Instagram. But midway through the song, the camera pans wide, it slowly increases from the typical vertical format found on Instagram, and he begins speaking from the perspective of the woman to her mother. She says, "It's been a decade since you've been gone." Social media is inherently performative. We all put on the best face, share the best details, show the highlight reel of our life. We don't share the grief. We don't highlight our sufferings. We don't reveal our anxieties unless they help the performance. Bo Burnham made Inside 5 years after doing his last live show, and the finale song for those live shows was about performing and the desire to be seen and known. Bo shared in Inside that he was having panic attacks while on stage during those live shows. The finale of the show, called Can't Handle This, is a performance. It's a revelation of his anxieties about performing while looking to perform the very thing that was haunting him, panic attacks because of performance. Look, it's all a circular mess, but it's actually his whole point. And elsewhere, he talks about how we're all performing all the time, and that's why his content, he thinks, is so popular. He speaks about performing. And in the internet age, that's deeply relatable. Before I even graduated elementary school, I was the smart kid, and I would lie to people when they wanted answers to an academic question they had. I would give an answer knowing it was wrong, or at least knowing I didn't know the right answer, but not caring because they found it impressive that I had an answer. In middle school, I made up stories about video game adventures that I had, so the friends closest to me would find me more interesting and worth listening to. In high school, I was in praise band, and there were plenty of nights that I genuinely worshipped on stage. But I also know that I didn't really worship that way off stage. It was a bit of honesty about where my heart was, and a bit of ego on display, wanting everyone to know where my heart was, which also revealed that my heart was a little bit enthralled with their attention just the same. Even a few days ago, I posted on Facebook about being mindful of the wording of headlines in a political season. Why did I post that? Because I want to be known as thoughtful, cautious, high-minded, or whatever else. Look, was I a smart kid? Sure, I did well. Was I a good storyteller? Yeah, I knew how to build excitement, draw attention, and keep it. Does my original poop story about the bus contain some fabricated details about putting deodorant on the affected area? Yeah, it does. But I did still poop myself on a ski trip bus. Besides, the boat story from camp is the better one, and there aren't any fabricated details on that one. Was I someone who genuinely worshipped the God of grace? Yes, and I still am. And so in reality, the more true version of me is much messier than any individual face seen on any given day. I'm not my social media posts. I'm a deeply flawed yet fully seen human. Carly knows every part of me and chooses to love me. God knows and chooses the same. So do you, Ryan. And those are the relationships I really want. Do I care that random friend from high school thinks my Facebook post is insightful? Well, yes, I do. That's my whole point. But should I? Maybe a little, but what actually matters are deep relationships, building connection through flaws, loving and caring for each other amidst our deepest struggles and failures. Nonetheless, am I intentionally filming this vertically and not looking at the camera? Yes.